Hey guys, so today I want to show you my farm runs and how I do them. Um, the requirements for this are not really that high, just pretty much being able to go to um, most of the farm patches. And what I do is just do all the patches plus compost, so I do all the things possible, which maximizes my XP because I want to get to 70 as soon as possible. Why? I don't know, I just want to go there. I can already do palm trees anyway, but I think I need to go to 70 for poison ivy. Now at the moment I'm almost 69, and I'm actually probably able to get 69 right now with fruit trees, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna do a basic, um, you know, herbs plus allotments plus flowers, I think. So I'm gonna deposit all my things in the bank, and I'm actually gonna reference my notes. Here is what I have. There's a picture here if you want to go to it. I'm probably gonna link this in the description as well. But basically what I do is I go active file, miss runes, low runes, money as well there. Then we need all of these as well as seeds for what we're gonna plant. So I'm gonna do ranars here actually, and strawberry seeds as well. Then if you want, you can just have everything pre-noted, so you just make sure that your inventory checks out. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but like it doesn't really matter. You can just note all your things. Since I don't have renards planted right now, but cantine, I'm just gonna take one of those, so don't get confused there because I use those for now. And also limp, and this is pretty much what my inventory would be like. Now you can also see here on the side I have a few things just uh, written down. So here just says which of my patches are rotting and which are empty for the compost. So now I just know that because this one's rotting, I'll just have to go there and see if I have enough buckets and stuff. Now one of the good things to do is to just go to, I'll show you really quick, to go to the what's the place called, Gnome Stronghold. So if we go to Gnome Stronghold, I believe this is the best way to do this. At least I haven't found any better ones. I think this is the place with the nearest tool leprechaun next to a bank. So the bank's right here, and you can actually take out all of your buckets and just store them in your tool leprechaun. And what this is gonna give you is the ability to just have all the empty buckets in here, and you can just take your watermelons or whichever item you're using, and when you go to the compost bin, you just drop your items there, take out the buckets, fill them up, put them back in here, pick up your items, and that way you're only doing one run. But it requires you to be able to, drop those items. You can also drop less, but it's just gonna take more runs between the compost bin and the tool leprechaun. Now, other items also include a RD Cloak 2 or 3 if you're able to get that, as well as the Magic Executors, or whatever this is pronounced. There's actually a lot of people on the internet that can't pronounce this at all, and I'm one of them. Also, if you can, Xeric Talisman or your house in Zeya, but that would mean that you would also need Earth Runes, which means you don't take money but just the Earth Rune instead. And that would mean that if your plants or something died or are diseased, rather, you can't buy cures. So you lose a little bit of money there, but if you're not doing this every hour on the clock, it doesn't really matter anyway. So for Ranars, I guess it's worth it. Otherwise, if you're doing, I don't know, like worms or something, don't bother, just don't bring your coins. But because I'm able to use the Xeric Talisman, I'm just gonna use it. Otherwise, Earth Runes, no money. And also, the last thing is, actually you can see all the things there, the Boots of Lightness, and also If you have Explorer's Ring 2 or 3, which I can't see, okay, it's there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put all these items on me. If you don't have the RD Cloak, you can also bring the Spotted or Spottier Cape, or if you have any pieces of Graceful, which I currently don't own. Now, you're gonna see that these numbers here correlate with the way I do this. So currently I can't go to the Trollheim patch yet, but I'm able to do all others, and I just go from east to west, and that's the way I do it. You can see I have all 3 teleports I'll need. Here's the talisman and active file. So all 5 teleports are accounted for. If you also have the Trollheim, you know, then no coins, and you'll need a Xerix talisman. There's no other way. Okay, I just fucked up anyway. So let me just go to Falador. I forgot my watermelons to show you how to do that. So if it says rotting here, that means when I go there, I'll need to pick it out. So either way, I would go and take out my watermelons here, and I'll go back to port, what's this called? Just Ecophantus, port Phasmatis, I guess. So we're just gonna quickly run there. Oh, there's a store here, I didn't even know that. That's nice. This might be useful. Okay, so this is a normal scenario. There's one dead thing here, other things grown. Now what I would do is I'll just go here and drop all of my watermelons. It's good if you are able to drop them slightly faster than I am, because I'm kind of bad at dropping these things. It doesn't matter if you click on eat, you won't actually eat them because they're kind of too big. That's slicing. Now just take out all the buckets, 15 buckets, and we're gonna fill the buckets with the compost. This is of course a super compost because we're using watermelons. Watermelons are, I believe, the cheapest thing you can put in the compost bin to get super compost. At the moment, watermelons are worth about 10 to 15 coins each. And super compost is about 650 each, I believe. 634, okay. There we go, so we actually filled all of these up. Now you can either drop this here, like 4, so you can do all the patches here, which I'm gonna do right now. Doesn't matter, you can also put them back in the leprechaun. Just make sure that you're doing this as fast as possible. Now this just means I won't have to go back to the leprechauns one more when I'm done putting those in. So what you'd want is just quickly put these in, so you can pick up the super compost. And I'll pick up the watermelons. Did one just disappear? Yeah, it's kind of slow doing this. I hope it didn't disappear. I actually put 5 in before. Yeah, okay, it's fine. So this part is done now, and I have 4 super compost. So what I'm gonna do is just do all of these patches, just gonna harvest all the strawberries, all the other things. And we're not using any baskets because that would be a waste of inventory space. And here we just have to be efficient with inventory space if we don't want to bank multiple times while doing this. And the experience you get here is not that bad. You can also do watermelons instead. You know, it doesn't really matter. Either way, you're gonna have the same inventory setup, except the allotments are gonna be different here. And that's pretty much it. Now you just harvest everything, put out the compost, store the empty buckets back in the tool leprechaun, so you always have them there. It doesn't matter if you drop, you'll just have to go back to Gnome Stronghold a bit more, you know, just so you can bang those again. Otherwise, you put the compost back in him anyway. So you know, you just kind of cycle through all of these items. At some point, because you only use 4 compost here and you get 15 from the bins, you will actually have a overflow of compost. So you just do the same thing. You go to the gnome stronghold and you just take the compost out from the gnome leprechaun and you put it in the bank. So it's just the reverse process. And that will basically mean that you will make even more profit because you'll have spare super compost. So you can either just sell that or stop doing this after a while when you have enough to sustain you for a bit. So then you just, when you run out with the tool leprechaun, after a while, when you will have like a bunch in your bank, you would just go back to the bank, pick like 15 again, and just, you know, bank, or not bank, just, you know, have full inventory, go here, and then once you go, for example, to Camelot, you can just bank there again. So that's fine. So there's many ways you can go about this. It's just about what feels the best to you, what makes you the fastest, pretty much. So I'm not even doing this that fast, and that's because I'm trying to explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And there's vampires here as well. But let me just pick up these herbs really quick. Oh, this guy can actually go water. Wow, seriously? So because this happened, I'm just gonna go to my next place. It doesn't really matter, I can just bang there anyway. I mean, not bang, but rather the leprechaun is right next to the teleport. So as you can see, this is my second place I go to. And now I will just, as you can see, like my watermelons are still there. And the reason why I didn't do watermelons now is because I only have the Explorer's Ring 2, which means I have 3 teleports here. So there's actually 12 watermelons on the floor, but I don't think strawberries give you super compost, so I won't be picking these watermelons up unless I'd want to give them to the leprechaun for the notes. But then again, I would have to bank in between either way. But because Camelot is my next place, I can also do that. But like, these are not really expensive, so it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. I'll just drop them back down here because I don't care at the moment. I have like 15k watermelon anyway. But just trying to tell you that, you know, usually it's not worth it for one to fill up your one inventory spot with basically anything, because you're just so reliant on what you already have in your inventory. So there you go. This time we finally got some limps. I'll plant these. The order you go about picking your stuff doesn't really matter. It's just more about getting everything done. So again, I still have my note saying this is rotting, because this would mean the next time I come here, I know that I will need to first use buckets on it. So that's pretty much how I remember where it is. Even if I don't actually get compost from it, it's like fine. I mean, I got 15 compost from the first batch. That means, you know, I'm pretty much fine for the next, for that one and 2 more anyway. So if you want, you can also draw buckets. I mean, sometimes it's faster doing this, I think, because putting them in the tool leprechaun doesn't take that long if you're doing the one in you know, stronghold there. I'm actually really lucky with all the strawberries here. They're actually growing pretty fast and they're growing as they should. I did spend quite a lot of money on the seeds there. 60k. I'm pretty sure I got all my money back by now, and I planted like maybe about 200 strawberries or so. So that's not even that much. It's like 2 or 3 runs, probably 3 runs. Some did die, but you know, So I'm just gonna conclude my video right here. This is pretty much what you have to do, you know. The only thing different would probably be when I go to the Camelot, there's a bank nearby. Well, I just ate a strawberry. That's fine. So when you go to Camelot, there's a bank uh, in the Caterpie area. So just bank there, take out your watermelons, take out your buckets, whatever you want, however you want to do it. And then after you go to RD, if you want, you can bank there. If you don't want, you don't have to. But if you have the ability to go there with a cape, it's probably worth it to just go like teleport to Falador and go to the bank there, because it's the nearest bank from all these teleports, I believe. Unless you have Camelot teleport and the ability to go to Sears. I think Sears Bank is really nearby, so that would probably be better. And again, with Zaya teleport to Xerx's Glade takes you to Zaya. That would also be a really nearby bank, which would probably make you worth it. Actually, not bank, but like just the patch is really nearby, so that would probably mean going to Falador and then back would probably be worth it, just so you get, you know, some extra profit from the compost, or just so you don't have to buy compost to begin with. So you save a lot of money just buying a bunch of buckets, like buy 1K buckets, 1K watermelons, and you'll see where that leads you, because it will take like 50K, and you will just save so much money, because if you buy 100 compost, it will already run you more for what you would get with 1K compost that you make on your own. So that's pretty much my tips. If let me just go to Camelot to see if, oh no, wait, this one was dead. Maybe if we're lucky we can still have disease herbs, but probably dead because I wasn't here for a while. So you don't really need coin switch you. This would be more of those things if you're just actually just farming, if you're AFKing the game a lot. So if you don't have much time, if you just come back every, I guess every hour or so, back to the game and just check on your herbs. So this is something I would be able to do at university a lot, you know, in between classes. You can just take, you know, 5 minutes. If you don't have enough time, like if you want to go eat, and you know, if you're running late, whatever, doing herbs is fine. Or before actual classes start, you know, usually depends on where you are. Sometimes, you know, you have time. It's just up to how you feel and how your uni works. If you're at uni, if you're doing this at your work, I'd recommend that you probably don't do all of them. Just quickly go for herbs every hour and just make sure you do your job efficiently. Unless if you have one of those jobs where you literally don't have anything to do and you scroll up and down Facebook all day anyway. So again, thanks for watching, and if there are any questions, please ask them down below. I will try to do my best to answer them. If you think you have more efficient methods, please answer as well. But also keep in mind that I currently don't have lunars, and this is why this method is what I'm telling you. And also I think if you have lunars, you are smart enough or skilled enough in the game already that you would know how to do farm runs on your own anyway. So this method is more geared towards lower level players, because you can get all these at lower levels. Active file is a pretty easy thing to get. Also this Xeric talisman is not too hard to get. You can also kill Lizardman at like low levels, because at the area you get in, they won't attack you. So, well, they will attack you, but if they're attacking the soldiers and you kill them, you can still get drops. So pretty much, you know, you can more or less get most of these items. Even if you can't get the Explorer's Ring, for example, you can just use Falador Teleport and run. And for the RD Cloak, it's pretty much the same. You can use RD Tele instead. So really low requirements. You can do it differently with slightly more running, and it's pretty much the same after that. But it doesn't really take that long. The only thing I did was make this video very long, so I make sure I go through pretty much all the things I can and so that you understand what I'm doing, and hopefully I might help some newer players to do farming efficiently and get levels up as quickly as possible. Now, don't forget to also do your fruit trees at level 27 or more, because they are really worth it. They give the most XP. It only takes 5 minutes per day to do them. You only need, you know, Gnome Stronghold, I believe, or whatever, the ability to go to 3 gnome villages plus to the Stronghold, then Camelot Teleport and some coins, so you can go to Brimhaven as well. So those are the spots you have to go to. It's really easy. Make sure you do those, and you're gonna be a high farming level in basically no time. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.